Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the Supreme Arena defenses I'm planning to run for this week. I've already set them and there should be a formation ID in the corner of this video that you can copy down and try for yourselves. But the most important thing is after the Paragon changes, you guys want to try to use your most Paragon Ascended heroes in your teams and also your Celestial Hypogeans, which are Supreme Plus or above, because all of these are going to have rivalry stats and they're going to give you an advantage in PvP. Okay, that being said, let's get right into it. So my team number one is going to be a Graveborn team again, just like I was running last week, because the thing is, I do think the Graveborn buff tile effect is pretty strong. The other reason is that my Sylvina and Viperon, and I think a lot of people will be able to relate, they are my most Paragon upgraded heroes, and that is going to give you a leg up compared to the opponents, or allow you to at least fight on equal terms. The other thing is that a team like this is really good for offense. If you find an enemy team that has a rearmost hero that is a major threat, you can lock onto them with Sylvina and Vala and also activate the Graveborn buff tile effect and get a quick kill, and that can give you a big advantage. We also have Shakir because he's a good upgraded hero I have and he can tank pretty well, but then he can also help buff up your Sylvina who's jumping into enemy line, and Ludovic is going to be great for healing, and Viperon actually deals a pretty good amount of damage as well. We're going to be running the Snowman spell artifact because it gives my team good tankiness and attack percent, and it will also provide the Snowman to taunt the enemies to buy a little bit more time for my team. And I'm pretty happy with this team, and people have been having good results with this. Even last week, they were able to push up to like higher ranks than before when running this team on offense. And if you pick out a specific opponent team, you can usually find a good team that will be counterable with this. The other thing is that the opponent will have their buff tile over here, for the most part, unless they're running Maulers, in which case they would have it somewhere else. But assuming they're not running Maulers, then Sylvina is going to be able to jump on their prime carrier, maybe Vala will even be marking them, and that is a huge good combo for my team. And overall, I do like this. If you didn't have Shakir built or you wanted to run him in a different team, I think running Brutus here might even be better, because he would be a better tank for your front line to buy time for your back. Ludovic is going to be a great healer, and also he has the stuns in his kit. And overall, I'm just really happy with this team. And definitely, there are replacements. If you wanted to use Carolina, I do have a Carolina built. I could use her maybe rather than Viperon, or maybe even rather than Ludovic. But I don't know if I would recommend swapping out Ludovic, because I think the healing is pretty important for the team. Okay, but overall, I am happy with this team. If you don't want to run Graveborns here, you could go for a Mauler type team. However, the thing is, I am using my Odie in a different team, and I like to have Odie in that team. And here, if I had to run Maulers, it would probably be Coco, Shakir, Smokey, and still be running the Vala Sylvina combo. So that is another option you could definitely try. For example, if we can just replace over here, it would be something like this, and I would want to have Coco probably behind the barricade and maybe Smokey in this position so that he can teleport into a more favorable position to buff up Sylvina and Shakir. I think this could be a not bad team option as well. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to team number two. So team number two is going to be my Hypogean Celestial team. Now, you guys might not have enough heroes to run a 3-man Hypogean Celestial combo, in which case you can still run this team, but go for Wilders instead, because we have Damien and Lily May, which hopefully a lot of you guys will have as well. You could add in a third Wilder rather than running the 3 Celestial Hypogeans and come up with a pretty good team as well. To be honest, the Hypogean Celestial buff tile effect is not the greatest in the world. I do prefer the Wilder faction talent. However, the thing was, I had my all 3 Hypogean Celestials left over, so I was like, might as well go for this team. Okay, so we have the Festos who are on the same row to be even tankier at the beginning of the match. We have Lily May to try and interrupt the opponent any key ultimate they're trying to cast. We have Damien who has a lot of healing and also a lot of survivability, which is important when you're running Scarlita in a team, because it means that when she comes down, when she descends, it's more likely you will have enough surviving allies for her to be dealing her true damage. We have Taylene because, again, same type of concept. She has a lot of survivability with the revives, and she has good damage output. And we have the energy recovery from the main Phaesto onto the Taylene. We also have the Sanctum spell to give more healing and vitality to make Taylene even a bit more effective and to keep my Phaestos topped off on health. Along with the Scarlita shielding, it will be difficult for the opponent to kill this team. Scarlita is on the Prime Carrier buff tile because when she descends, that means she will definitely have full energy and able to cast her ultimate immediately as soon as she can come into range of an enemy hero, which I think is really important with Scarlita because otherwise she doesn't have as much of a kill threat. Okay, so overall I am a fan of this team. If you wanted to run Overcharge spell, you could run it on this team if you had it available, but I didn't set that for any of my defenses, even though I do have it available, because I want it to be relatable to everyone. And yeah, the other artifacts like Sanctum spell is still a great option, and I think it is really good for this team. There is a unique effect here, Infinite Front Frozen Respite. I didn't pay too much attention to that, but when an allied hero takes a fatal blow, applies the frozen status to the hero immediately. Only 2 allies can benefit from this effect during a battle. A frozen hero becomes invincible and steadfast, restoring 25% of their maximum health per second. Once the HP reaches 100%, the frozen status ends. And I think this would probably be triggering on your Taylene, which is not bad. Is going to basically prevent her from even needing to revive that much in the early game, and allows her to become even invincible and steadfast, which will be really strong. So overall, I'm a fan of this team. If you wanted to go for like another Hypogean Celestial, like if you had Rainier at Mythic Plus, you could definitely be running him rather than Scarlita here. But you need to have 3 well built up Hypogean Celestials, and in my opinion, at least 2 of them should be Supreme Plus or above for the rivalry stats. Otherwise, maybe you're just better off not running Hypogean Celestials for this team. Okay, let's move on to team number 3. So team number 3 is going to be my Wilders team with Odie. I really like Odie. Some people have found that Odie is maybe not the most effective option. I think the reason is if the opponent brings a Thorin, it does counter your Odie pretty hard. Because for example, if an opponent places a Thorin here, Odie is going to lock onto the Thorin. And you guys know, Odie does not have a good time killing Thorin. He has to kill him 3 times. And also he keeps ramping up the damage of the damage reflection ability of Thorin. And that is kind of the major problem. However, I still think we have enough like other kill threat. We have Arden as another damage dealer. We have Iron to immobilize the enemies and group them up. And we have Haywin to protect the team. And I like the team concept because we have Harmonic Spell. Harmonic Spell gives attack to all of your allies, and it gives a boost of haste if your allies are above 50% HP ratio. I like running it with Haywin because we're gonna have Haywin cast her ultimate, top off the health of all of our heroes, give them the damage reduction. And then that is going to keep them above that 50% health ratio for a while, and they're gonna get the full value of Harmonic Spell. And then I like Iron because it is a threat. The opponent kind of has to bring Lily May here or Dunlinger in order to deal with the Iron. And even then, we have kill pressure with the Odie and the Arden. Definitely, this comp is counterable. However, these are my most upgraded Paragon heroes. And I think for a lot of people out there, it is going to be the same. Because these are heroes which were available from global launch. And if you have them upgraded to Paragon 1 or Paragon 2, maybe you have Odie Charms because that is what I recommended, then this is going to be a good team option for you. And I definitely think if you're going to run Odie, he does do best in the Wilder faction on the Wilder buff tile to be concealed at the beginning of the fight. And I do like the kill threat of Arden as well. I think overall this is a good team, and it is utilizing some of my most upgraded Paragon heroes. Yeah. But definitely, I think different replacements could be, maybe you could go for Carolina here rather than the Odie. However, the problem then is that if the opponent brings Lily May, you're even in bigger trouble. Because the advantage here of having Odie is that Odie doesn't need the Iron immobilization to get value. Carolina is like in the crowd control comp, and she needs the immobilization and the crowd control to get her full value. And so I think it is nice to have a hero which is fine even if Iron is denied, basically. And I have Iron here because I want to protect the OD, and that is why I want it, whoever they place over here on these tiles, I want Iron to be tanking them. I could also put Iron in the middle if I wanted to. I think both are fine options. And I have Thorn Soul pacting the Haywin because I want to make sure that Haywin is able to cast her ultimate at least one time, because that is going to be huge value for my team. Anyway, guys, those are pretty much my defenses. If you have any other defense ideas, you can share them in the comment section, or even if you have formation ideas you want to share with other people, feel free to share them in the comment section. I'm sure it would help other people out, but good luck running these teams. Hopefully they will work for you on both defense and offense for this week. And if I have any updates to the teams, I will make an updated video, definitely, so you can look forward to that. And as for the faction talents, you'll want to upgrade. Wilders, you should already be upgrading for your AFK stages. And the other factions, I've only upgraded to 4 just to gain some of those initial stats, because these other factions are not as good for AFK stage pushing. Maulers, I have more upgraded, but like I mentioned, I'm not planning to run Maulers here. For me, I feel like this team is going to do better, but you can go for the Maulers team if you are not able to really put together this team, or if this team is not working out so well for you. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.